Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and as well Virgo Rising. Weekly General Tarot reading March 22nd up until March 28th, 2021. And should any of you find themselves interested into a personal reading, into having a personal reading with me, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view the personal reading services and as well tarot classes services, and you may purchase either or both of them. So with that being said, moving to the Virgo reading of the week. And the first card we do have for Virgo, that is going to be the King of Swords, followed by the Star card. Moving next, what we do have, that is going to be the Ace of Pentacles. Afterwards, that will be the Magician. And the last one we do have for you, Virgo, that will be the Queen of Cups at the end. So the week will revolve around what one specific individual has to offer to you. And the week starts as this individual steps up. And under stepping up, I mean it becomes the important thing out there. And that is, just hold on a second, that is the King of Swords. So in this card, we're going to talk what King of Swords really is. So these people, that could be a man, it could be a woman as well. This type of an individuals, they are very practically oriented, if I may say it that way. That doesn't mean, of course, that feelings that they are incapable to feel. They feel. They, for example, may love you. They may be attached to you in a certain way. They may find you as a good friend, and so on and so forth. But the thing about the King of Swords is that their perception of life, it is that life is like a machine, like a well-oiled machine, and everything in it needs to serve its purpose. And here, for one or another reason, the King of Swords, this type of an individual, sees you as a part of that machine. How big part? That depends, on it's very situational. One Virgo is going to be a big part, other Virgo is not going to be that big part, and so on and so forth. But the point it is that this person right now sees you as a part of their life, as a very substantial one. Every part of their life is substantial, that makes sense, that has its own purpose, that has its own reason. And so it's King of Swords manifestation. It's a positive one. And the manifestation could be literally anything from opting to make a relationship, to help, to conversations, and so on and so forth. But King of Swords, whenever they do have a goal, let's say it that way, they tend to analyze that goal very well. And whatever obstacles are to come up in the future, the King of Swords already has a solution for them. And that's why I believe you do have the King of Swords here rather than any kind of other card from the courts of tarot, because the cooperation, may that be a relationship, business partnership, whatever, in between you two, has problems. It's something that, it's barely passable. And together with the King of Swords, through analyzing the situation, you both are going to be able to find the way through very effective measures. And that brings you guys the Star card, because once you do analyze the cooperation, the situation that you both are involved in, you see the future. As simple as that, for that is how the Star card stands. Whatever the manifestation of the King of Swords is, that manifestation is pretty much ending up on an era of turmoil for you, on an era of problems, an era of tantrum, of chaos, of upheaval. And now you can pretty much start unfolding your love. You can pretty much start developing yourself into your career. You pretty much can start living up to your own ideals, to your own standards. And no matter what the cooperation in between you and King of Swords is, here with the Star cards, it's simply going to thrive. And and that is something, I don't know, it's something to personal preference here, because I may not reply to your messages, guys, into YouTube, but I do read every single one of it. And there are those that prefer to be given an example throughout the reading. There are those that prefer to be given an example at the end of the reading. There are those that doesn't like to be given an example. But here I just can't help myself. And just I'm gonna tell you, whatever the cooperation is gonna thrive. Say you're single, and that is somebody that steps up and sees potential in you for a relationship, and so on and so forth. And you give a guy a goal, or the girl a goal, and that resolves not just only your love issue, but any other issue as well, because the King of Swords has a lot of influence, a lot of resources. That's your intimate partner, but you do struggle for money. They're gonna bear that burden with you as well, and it's gonna be a really beautiful cooperation. I really hope, guys, that you don't miss this one around. It will be very difficult for you to miss this one around, to deny it, let's say, because it won't make any sense to deny it whatsoever. But yeah, whatever you're after here, love, development into your career, King of Swords has the solution for it. It has what you need, and it's offering it to you. You only have to accept the offer. And once that happens, we do have the Ace of Pentacles, Virgo, and that is the rare opportunity here to further the goal, to experience content in life, to experience fullness of life, to experience exhilaration, to have harmony into your relationships, to have success into your business. It's just the Ace of Pentacles here is also a sign that whatever you do have with the King of Swords type of an individual, it's protected. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can jeopardize it. Nobody can pretty much screw it for you. So, and that's pretty much the sign of the Ace of Pentacles. Very short card here, but it has a huge manifestation for you. And it is the green light. It is the confirmation that what you figured out through the analysis at the start of the week with the King of Swords isn't just wishful thinking. It's actually something achievable. It's actually something that can be manifested. One catch, there is always a catch, isn't it? And the catch is that Ace of Pentacles is developed very slowly. So it won't happen overnight. To feel the full extent of the love in between you and the King of Swords, it will take time. To feel or to see the full fruits of the business that you may develop with this person, again, is going to take a lot of time. To feel the full harmony into the relationship in between you and this guy or a girl, again, is going to take a lot of time. And all that you need to do there is to just be devoted, is just to enjoy the time that develops itself, that unfolds itself. It's really good reading, guys. Just especially when it comes to relationships, people expect that, or that is just from my personal experience. I may be not right here, just speaking from my personal experience. People accept that, when they are in a relationship, the other person should be very love forthcoming, if I may say it that way. While King of Swords, they are not like that. And when you don't see, that they kind of like suffuse your life with love, doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's just they are practical. And if you freak out about it, that's something that is going to put a strain on the relationship you can have with the King of Swords. Same thing about business. So don't be judgmental about how they interact with the situation, because every single one of us has their own way to tackle with different situations. Don't expect them to tackle with situations just like you do. And right after seeing the potential of the cooperation in between you and the King of Swords, we do have the Magician, and that is the Magician here. It is the it's a quite broad card, and pretty much stands up to the independence of the cooperation you're going to have with the King of Swords, meaning that, take it that way, that you are building up a walls, you're building up a castle, and that castle, it is your comfort zone that nobody can pretty much infiltrate in, and within the castle everything is built up to your own standards, like we said. And that's why after you see the confirmation of how beautiful actually the cooperation between you and the King of Swords is going to be, the Magician stands for the steps that you both are going to take finally towards the end of the week. And these steps are going to be supported with strong determinations, meaning that you do something, the King of Swords does something, and you both are very convinced with the how genuine you both are, how sincere, how innocent as well you both are toward one another. And what that is going to make is going to put a state on that cooperation, that within this state there is nothing you cannot talk about with the King of Swords, as such as vice versa. And also the most beautiful thing here that every cooperation needs is that you're simply going to accept each other for what you are, not feeling the need to change a tiny bit from one another. It's just you're going to love each other, either friendship love, romantic love, business partnership love, if there is something like that, you know, for what you truly are, instead of placing some kind of a mask and trying to beguile yourself about what the person you are with is while they aren't. And right after that, we do have the Queen of Cups, and that is a somewhat not that important finisher of the week. And I'm saying not that important because you will just want to, at the end of the week, want to share your good fortune with somebody. And that is pretty much a person that you do share that amazing experience you had throughout the week, seeking a confirmation that is not going to fall apart. And that confirmation is going to come about through the Queen of Cups, as through carefully listening to you. That could be, for example, a very good friend of yours. It could be your mother as well. Somebody that is very loyal to you. This is a loyal companion that you do have in your life. So that's why I am associating it with my mother, for example, or with a friend of mine. But the bottom line here is that once you do share your experience with them, there will be a fruitful conversations in between you and the Queen of Cups. She's gonna be, I'm saying she because it's a queen, but it could be as well a male. So that person is going to look at your situation objectively, and if Tarot is right, they are going to ensure you that you have your secure future with the King of Swords. And you're gonna feel even better, because not just only you have experienced it physically, but you also are emotionally confirmed that what you are feeling, it's real. So that being said, Virgo, this was your weekly general tarot reading, March 22nd to March 28, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys, just as much as I did, because it's an amazing one. And we may see each other next time. Until then, bye.